so finally, after like 2 weeks of cold weather, it's about 64 in here, so it's finally warm enough to pour, but kind of on the cold side. But we should be okay. I had to clamp this thing down to a table because the board started warping in here before I got the stain on there. So we're gonna go ahead, level this thing out, get the design put down, a little accent stuff, and then get the epoxy poured. It's gonna be clear epoxy. I have a gold stencil I'm putting up here with like gold marble looking stuff. I think that's it. Maybe some glitter, I don't know yet. Yeah, we'll add some glitter, why not? All right, first, it's actually not bad already. This thing wasn't level. Once we pour, all the epoxy would slide to one side and just it wouldn't cure right. All right, so that's not too bad. So let's get we'll get the marble laid down and then the stencil on top of that. So this is literally like marble in a can. I've used not this one, but a white one before when I did a canvas piece, and I was gonna do something else. I think our dresser or something I did. Anyway, this stuff's pretty cool. I don't like that spot, but I was trying to hit the edges. We'll just leave that because sometimes I overdo it trying to fix it and then I mess it up. Now, this is the stencil. If any of you know what this is, you've been following it lately, then I mean, it's only right to do this. So let's figure out where this is gonna go. Maybe I should have printed out the Dogecoin thing and then like to the moon or something. I don't know. Anyway, we'll figure this out. Maybe I'll just eyeball it. I figured this was pretty fitting for everything that's been going on in the past few weeks and months. All right, next we get some epoxy mix, get some glitter put in there, mix it up, pour it, torch it, and leave it. I like to mix this stuff for like 5 minutes. I think that's recommended by the manufacturer anyway. But normally I would put this in a vacuum chamber, but because it's going on tabletop, it won't take no time for these bubbles to come out. So I'm not too worried about it. I am gonna add some more glitter, just a hair. First time I did this, I didn't mix this too good, and I had tacky spots all over the top of it, and they never cured, and I had it for about a year, and I got tired of it. That's why I built this one. So I'm trying to make sure that this time everything is very well mixed. That's why I keep scraping the sides too. If you don't scrape the sides while you're mixing this, you'll have unmixed epoxy around the edges, Then when you go to pour and you scrape the sides, you'll scrape that unmixed epoxy on top of everything, and it'll never cure. So, pro tip. All right, let's get this poured. I always pour it in the middle, work my way out, and then I'll do the edges. You don't want to push everything over the edge and then you're left with nothing, in the middle.
All the white stuff that you see here is just air that's been entrapped in the epoxy from me mixing it. So if you want to mix slower, you'll get less bubbles, but you'll have to mix for a longer period of time. But because I poured this so thin, it's tabletop epoxy, you can't pour it thick anyway. The bubbles, it won't take them any time to come out. They'll all rise to the surface after a few minutes. Torch them like I did, and that'll be the end of it. This is the final product. This thing came out so cool, especially compared to the last one. Like I said before, the last one had tacky spots. I didn't mix the epoxy all the way, so it was, I enjoyed it, but not like I'm going to this one. Um, I'm really glad I went with the colors, the stencil. It all just worked out in the end. So I hope you guys learned something from the video. I hope you learned from my mistakes about mixing epoxy the right way. And don't forget, like, subscribe, comment, just to tickle that YouTube algorithm, to help out the videos, help out the channel, and just so I can make more videos like this. So I appreciate you guys watching, and I'll see you next time.